All right, everybody, welcome back to the Angels Rebuild Series here on MLB The Show 25. We are in the 2029, pretty much 2030 off season now. The Angels fell short in the World Series, losing to the Reds in Game 7. Now we have to see if we can retool this team and head in the right direction. There's a couple things we got to work through. One, Dave Roberts' contract is done. We have to figure out, are we going to bring him back? We also have to figure out a key thing right here, an exclusive free agent, Mason Miller. Is it time to bring him back knowing that we have the cash, or do we let him slide? He's only 31 years old, so to ignore that would mean quite a bit right there. But I believe in our team. You know, you look at our depth chart, Hunter Brown is still here, Shane Baz is rocking through it. There's a couple players that I'm willing to move on from this season, and it's about just trying to set us up potentially for a huge run. Josh Smith, right, didn't really get much activity this year, as we had Oswaldo Cabrera and Bazana there, so that's a player that I could see putting on a block and moving on from him. I look at Dalton Varsho. He's 33 years old. He's hitting better from a batting average standpoint than the previous year. More triples, and his WAR is just a bit lower, 2.9, but still solid compared to the final years. He's got 2 more years on his contract. Those are 2 players right there that could really help us work out. Baz, Varsho, Josh Smith, those are players you can move on from, allowing us to maybe make some room for some others. Now, you look at another player here, right? We had some issues with our guy in Nolan Shanuel. He had a tough time in the postseason, but he had a decent year. But you look at someone also like Nick Prado. Nick Prado really hasn't played much for us. He's up for contract, so we're probably going to move on from him. You know, there are some key players that are going to be up for cash right now. Matt Brash is going to be that free agent at 31 years old as well. I mean, I think he played pretty good. His ERA was solid, the best he's had, but he did pitch a lot less games there. You know, do you try to work on signing him? Kekanowitz is the guy I'd love to have at 29 years old. He pitched his lights out. 106 innings. He's probably going to be in the rotation with us when we let Shane Baz go, and that's going to be huge for us. Shortstop Nito still doing his thing. Riley Green, Alcantara, Lawrence Butler, that is our guys out in the outfield, and Nick York potentially as well. So we're going to look through this. You got guys like Ted Kendricks at 21 years old, 3rd rounder. We're just going to see how it's all going to work out for us. But I'm looking forward to this season. So we got, head coach, right? We could bring back Dave Roberts. He's only 57 years old. I mean, he helps us out with everything. You could take a chance on someone younger, right? We can go after Steven Yang, who's got +2 in the power, stamina on +1 in the reaction, +2. That helps us quite a bit. We can go with CJ Seamus, who's 54 years old. He's more of a pitcher. Helps us with the walks per 9, hits per 9 kind of deal, and the power and reaction. So the defense is going to be big for CJ Seamus. You got Larry Conrath, 41 years old. Helps us more with batting, offensive output. That's going to be key there for us. And he's only 47 years old. And you got John Cloud, 39 years old. Clutch, plate vision. I mean, this is the guy I think I'm going to go after here. He's young. He's going to give them an opportunity to build on it. He's not asking for a whole lot. And this is the place people would like to be at. So I'm going to go ahead and give him a contract, see if he's willing to budge there. But just in case, right? Because we always got to make sure that we get the guys that we want, and we'll put them on the contract. So those are the 2 guys I'm willing to go for. Hopefully they're ready. And willing. Now we do got Mason Miller here, who was our top player, right? He had 39 saves, 1 blown save, 2 holds, 63 innings. I mean, 1.41 ERA. You really can't ask for much for a guy like this. And he was handed to our team. You know, we traded for him halfway through the year. So, you know, Is this a guy we really want at 35 years old? I mean, at 33, I'm willing to give him probably 17. Let's see if he's willing to take that. And hopefully that works out there for us. No issue on everything else, but I'm hoping those are the key guys that are willing to join us there. Still the exclusive rights. Let's see what's going on as far as who is out there. So no one's going after Cloud or Seamus yet, but maybe it hasn't happened. We'll just see what happens there. So another day, another dollar. Did he? Yeah, no one wants. I mean, Conrath is the other guy, but no one's looking at these guys, so maybe we'll get them. Keep it rolling here. Keep reviewing the staff. Still no one else going after him. Freddie Ferreira. Okay, we'll see. See what we got here. Today's the last day. Nope. And we are now in the free agency market. I mean, this guy still doesn't want to. We got a lot of players, a lot of coaches being snagged up. Wonder what's going to happen here. Keep it rolling. Or do we get the free? Oh, not yet. I think we're going to get it right here on this one. So today's to offer contract to free. Would you like to? Nope. So this is where we stand. So we have the free agent market out there. Mason Miller has an offer. We have arbitration guys, Travis Bazzana, Kelvin Alcantara. These are guys I would like to make an offer for now. Bazzana has been huge at 27 years old. I mean, you can't be upset about that. I think what I'd like to do is probably see if I can get him for like 16.5 million. He was so solid for us. You got to make it work there. It's full. I got to release players. Hold up. So I wonder if I could trade, right? So the player I wanted to trade was Shane Baz. I'd like to see if we can get some prospects. Kind of want to load up the prospect side. I don't think there's anyone there necessarily that we really want for outside of Baz, but I mean, Jared Wimberly, 23 years old, 185. He's got two more options. Antonio. Let's see if we did this. Let's go MLB ready. Cody Bellinger, outfielder. Bednar. Yankees trying to give us Herrera, center fielder, and Dwyer. So I want to go over to, do they have this? Who's on the block? No one's on the block. I wonder if we can make a solid trade, right? I don't know who's on the block, but I'm wondering if we could get, there's no way to see the prospects. I guess you just have to do it that way. Shane Baz. And then suggested trades. Let's look at all. So Padres, Ryan Bergert and Kai Roberts. Diamondbacks trying to give us Ryan Rollison or Ryan Walchett, a starting pitcher there. Yumin Lin. It looks like this guy, he's got one more option there. He's a lefty. Joe Halpern, 19 years old, 69 overall. Like, that's a pretty solid group right there. Brewers, Abner Uribe. It's a relief pitcher. He's only 29 years old. I mean, this is a snag right here. I mean, you can grab him. Shane Baz is younger. Nope, he's a little older. I want to have a decent relief group. And you got Bobby Don from the Brewers. I really don't care for that. But Abner Uribe, 85 years old. He's got the heat. And what's his attribute? So he's, I mean, if we do this, this means what for us, right? We got our Kokonowitz is going to be a part of the start, and then we just lean on our pitchers, I guess. I don't know how off are we actually on our roster. So it looks like I got 2 more players than I should. So we're gonna have to work on that right there. Is there any starting pitcher that outside of him that I'm willing to move on from? I think not. I think Boz is who I'd like to potentially trade there. So we're gonna go for it. We're gonna see if we can get Boz out of here. I guess I'm gonna have to get creative with it. See if we could. I mean, Jackson Merrill's a top free agent, but I'm wondering if we could. Yeah, there's no one on the trade block, so we're gonna go Shane Boz, and I want to see if we can go after a very, very big player, a huge player. Third baseman Bazana is kind of locked in there, so I'm not worried about that. Alcantara is another one I'm not sweating there too. So the outfield, the infield isn't something. Wow, CJ Abrams is there. It's crazy. But I want to see if we can get maybe someone from the lower end group. Blue Jays, White Sox aren't so great. I mean, we faced them and we kind of cleared them out, but I don't know if there's anyone there. Tigers. Ooh, what if we can get someone? Sandy Alcantara. Man, they got older, huh? It's crazy. So here is the trade I'm looking to do with the Astros. We're looking at a big prospect. We're willing to trade Brett Carey, who is inside our minor league. Hasn't really done much there. We are putting in Shane Boz into the package, and then I'm also, folks, going to be trading away Josh Smith, 83 overall player. They do need a third baseman. That helps them out. We give them some starting pitchers, which it looks like they obviously need. So that's going to help us out. Oh, crap. I think that's going to be the trade to make right there with the Astros to try to get a very particular prospect who's got the A-Dev trait that I'm a big fan of. I think that's going to help us out over time, allows us to move on from some key players here that we don't need, and you know, that'll help us build out this future there. So like that we made that trade. That helps us out there. So we're going after another prospect here for the Brewers, Michael Scadam. He's a shortstop that has all his minor league options there. Hoping that's going to help us out. He was drafted in 2026, so he's been growing there a little bit. We want to see if we can get some shortstop pressure there, but we gave up a couple different guys here. First baseman, first right fielder Tucker Flint, who tends to be in the minor league, and that's pretty much it. We went ahead and grabbed a starting pitcher there that just won't make it. He's just not going to be up there. Ryan Zefferjon. And then first baseman that it just didn't turn out well, and I think that's going to help us relieve some space there for us as well. So you're looking at I think a decent offer there that gives us an opportunity to again build this team up, get us in a good spot, and allow us to find some room here in this upcoming free agent. So Travis Bazana, I want to see if we can give him a 3-year deal. I think that's what I'd like to do there, 3 years, and I'm hoping, there you go. So it looks like we could probably give him 15 a year. I think that gives us some room right there. Calvin Alcantara is probably going to be a bigger one. He's 27 years old. I mean, you give him a little bit more, maybe a 4-year deal right there. And I think that helps us out in trying to bring him in. Alcantara is a young guy that I think has some great possibilities. $17.5 million helps us out. And like I said, I'm hoping we get these 2 guys there. Still waiting on, or did he accept? Hold up. Trades accepted there. I feel like they should be announcing when I have my transactions done, but I'm not sure if that was done here. So let's go to completed. So the Angels, we made all those trades right there. Mason Miller became a free agent, so he did not accept the contract, which is kind of crazy. let's look at that real quick. So Mason Miller, he did not accept it. But look who's out there right now. This would be an absolute bomb if we did that. If we went after freaking Paul Skeens, how insane would that be? Starting pitcher is definitely a need. I would say first base and a closer. Those are our needs right now. That's what we have to deal with. That's what we have to look for. I don't know if we necessarily need right-handed or left-handed. I think it's just more of I want the power pitcher. I mean, bombs is what we've been hitting. I'd like to see if we can get, you know, an on-base machine next. So that's a good move right there. Paul Skeens, I mean, if he's an angel, he's an angel. Now, if we go for Paul Skeens, this means basically, are we going to unload right here and just I mean, we got Matt Brash, you got Ben Joyce. I mean, if we get Mason Miller, maybe we move on from Ben Joyce, because I could still go after Dalton Varsho. So I think these are the initial needs that we have right there. I don't think he tried. I mean, can he get signed? We can offer him a contract now. So I mean, what did he want? He wanted like a 18.6 million. I thought that was fair, but I mean, we got 71 million in the budget. Pitching is pitching. Like, you want to create like an outstanding group, I mean, you do it now. Shane Boz is gone. Conowitz could get in that rotation with Skeens, but if you have him, Hunter Brown, I think we got to, and Ramirez, Crosby's getting in the mix. I mean, you try to make it work. So we're gonna go for it here. We're gonna send an offer for Mason Miller, and we're gonna see if we can get done and go from there. I think starting pitcher, closer, first baseman, all that works out. I don't know if there is a first baseman out there. I mean, this is insane, dude. He's got a qualifying offer, which means we give up first, right? But he's asking for a 10-year deal. I mean, Ellie De La Cruz would be an amazing guy. I just don't see it happening because I do believe in our guy in Zach Neto. I think he's a solid player for us. I mean, when I look at the top free agents, I just like, who's the top first baseman, and there really isn't much. Luke Raleigh, 35 years. Luis Ariz, I mean, he's a lefty as well. He still hits solidly. He's a contact guy. I mean, that would fit us. But I just don't see myself doing that. I mean, that's a top agent. It's tough, man. Like, I wish there were some other players there, but maybe the first base, you know, we do got Michael Toglia. Solid. He's a switch hitter. I mean, that can help us out as well. 29 home runs, 133 games. Score last year, 1.1, so it dropped. I mean, maybe 2 years. He's not asking for much. I think I want to lean on these guys for now, and then we'll lock those in, and we'll kind of see what happens there. I mean, our outfield is pretty solid. I don't see myself trying to work through that. If I can get Mason Miller, I can't. You know, I'd love to. But it looks like here, too, we have 35 players on the 40-man roster. So we'll activate the 40 right after we figure this stuff out first. I'm going to knock out the... So we're going to go ahead and trade a couple more players here. Huascar Yanwa, he's a starting pitcher. It turns out I have 29 starting pitchers on my roster. Don't really need that many. So I figured we go ahead and move Huascar. He's 31 years old. And a prospect here in Warner Blakely, who just never really moved up. He's pretty much a good all-around kind of player there. But what I wanted to do in this space is just make room for a potential prospect here in Eric Vesperos, who was drafted in the 2025 draft, 4th round. Hasn't really moved up, but never anything wrong with trying to take a chance on another prospect. So we're also going to trade Mike Sirota to the Rangers. He just never really cut out the way we were hoping for. I think this gives us room right there to kind of, again, move on. There's some players that have surpassed him overall that I think are going to be helpful for us. And we get a catcher prospect that I think is going to help us out in Casey Haley. He's got C potential. He's only 21 years old, drafted in the 3rd round in 2028. He played third base and right field as well, so he's got some versatility there for us. Looks like he can pitch hit as well, so I think this is going to help us out over time. Again, making some moves. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make a trade. Mike Sirota, center fielder, which they need, along with a third baseman prospect in Cole Fountainell. And in return, we get this prospect here in Casey Haley, who I think could be pretty solid for us as a catcher. Helps us out. He's a little versatile with a third base and right field option. And I think it helps us out. 2-for-1 swap. So that's the big one right there. Acquiring Hammond from the Astros. 20 years old, man. Future starting pitcher for the Angels. I think that's going to help us out quite a bit. CJ Seamus accepted the Guardians offer, so no longer. Would you like to stop? Yes. So I gotta look at my manager now. That's insane. Where the hell's my coach, dog? Coach contract. So did we even get our guy? Oh my gosh. Did we not get our guy? Oh no. Oh, well, Cloud is still there. Let's withdraw the offer. Let's make another offer there. Let's up it a little bit, I guess. And he's young, so if we can get him like a 5-year deal, 4-year deal. I mean, that should move the needle there. And there's some decent coaches, or managers, but man, didn't expect that there. Hopefully he makes it work for us on that one. Free agent market is still locked in, so we're just gonna wait on that. So our new manager is Johnny Cloud. That helps us out right there, man. So our coaching contracts now are locked in. Getting a younger coach, I think, is going to help us out. We still have a decent amount of surplus ready for this year, man. And Bradford's going to be up next year. And I don't know, can't re-sign him or do anything now. But I mean, there's some really good players out there. Waiting for Elijah Green to kind of consider his. I think that's a good move for us. Bazana, he's still thinking about it. And we kind of work through it. Let's see what we got here. Contract decision is made. And Mason Miller has decided. You've caught my attention with your offer, but you haven't convinced me yet. Maybe next time. Okay. So he's still trying to lock. Okay, would you like to stop simulating? Yes. So let's go to the free agent market. So Spencer Strider would like to pitch for us. Spencer Strider is a 31-year-old starting pitcher. I mean, he wants to pitch for us. It looks like he took a huge jump, 186 innings, 4.05 ERA, so a little bit rougher, but 3.9 WAR. This guy puts you in a really good spot. When you look at his capabilities there, do you add him onto this board? Man, I'd love to. 32 million is just a little off my freaking beat here. I'd like to try to see if we can offer this guy another contract. He wants something big, and I mean, I think 19.53 is, I mean, a 5-year deal. He's how old? 31? I mean, a 4-year deal I think works out. I think that can get us in the right spot. So I'm hoping he's willing to do it. We got to wait for homeboy here. Is there anybody else we can go for? It looks like, Ellie De La Cruz would be fun. I mean, he's asking for the bag. it just doesn't make sense to have him there. I don't think Ellie can play. I mean, he could play third base, but if we did that, then what are we doing with Bazana? You know what I mean? Like, it makes zero sense to do that. Yeah, you could go for the bag and go after somebody like Jackson Merrill, but if we do that, then I think that's when you move on from Dalton Varsho, and then you rock with the Alcantara, Jackson Merrill, Lawrence Butler, Riley Green scenario there, where your outfield is loaded. You use Lawrence Butler as the DH, and then you kind of work through it from there. I mean, we got the money. I don't know about using the bag all at once here. I feel like you want to keep some pieces together where you can, man. It's tough, dude. I just don't know that. I mean, Wyatt Langford is 28 years old. I mean, these are all guys that could be pretty amazing for us. I don't see a reason to do it. I think you want to lean on some of these guys that we've been building up, and it would be nice having players like this. I just don't see myself trying to do that now. With the guys that we got, I trust the players that we have, and I mean, you get someone like Blake Snell. I mean, he can help you out. He could be in the bullpen. He could be a starter, which it looks like he's still pretty successful in doing so. 37 years old, though. I feel like you're going to put him in that ringer there. I mean, that situation there, and kind of work with it. Brady Singer's another one where, you know, you could work. I mean, I'd like someone like Brian Wu is freaking solid, 30 years old, 2.76 ERA. He's a very, very fun pitcher. There's some really good guys out here. I just don't know about bringing any more pitchers. We traded a ton. I'd like to look at loading up on some other spots. I mean, Jordan Westberg's out there as well. He plays second base. He plays shortstop for us, which is key. Westberg was an Oriole for so long. 31 years old. I mean, I think it's just key, like he could play on the background. But 31, is he going to want to play in the background? I don't think so. I think if I'm going to bring in somebody, I'd want to bring in someone a little older, like Brandon Lowe or something like that, to just be like, hey, you're going to play first base and second base. That's pretty much it, dog. That's where you at. Played for the Pirates the last 3 years. Kind of dropped down. So I'll look at someone like Brandon Lowe if possible. Brent Rooker, no thanks. Abbott, you know, man, the Reds kind of let some players go, huh? Rasmussen, some pretty good prospects out there. We're gonna let this ride for now. Looks like the tender contracts are out there. Bazana, still thinking about it. Keep it rolling. Must be set by tomorrow. Would you like to stop simulating? Yes. So I have to set my... No, you don't. Look at my 40 man. So we got 10. We got 7 more spots I can fill. So let's think about that. So it looks like the rumor is between us and another set of teams, like the Dodgers. So if we're going to do this, the time is now. I mean, we got the cash. I mean, he's worth it. Let's see if he's willing to take 4 years for $21 million. The decision is in. Does Mason Miller stick with the Angels? The contract is in. Welcome back, baby. 4 years, $21 million for Mason Miller. You get the closer that you need. We got our guys back. Matt Brash, Ben Joyce, Mason Miller. The crew is here. Big deal. 4 year, $84.1 million. Huge signing. Jackson Merrill goes back to the Padres. A 3 year, $70 million. Ellie De La Cruz signs an 11 year, $382 million contract to go to the Phillies. They find their new star. Bryce Harper's getting older, and they find their dog there. How incredible is that? Wow. So today is the day. We're going to go ahead and stop, and we're going to see if we can bring in another guy, right? So Paul Skeens, not as motivated, doesn't really feel it. I think this is where we're probably going to have to pivot and look at some other guys. This kind of hurts a little bit, but you know, pitching is key here. I just don't know if it's necessarily a starting pitcher. I think we got our guys. I really believe our rotation is solid. Getting Mason Miller was huge. I'd like to see if I can find maybe a like a reliever that can help us out. Someone that's within this range here. Camilo Duvall, Kara King. I'm looking for just something a little different. Hopefully someone that can play more of like a long relief. Ooh, move him. We still got $67 million to spend. I mean, you sign someone like Paul Skeens, like, this is gonna be huge. It's gonna be the biggest deal we can make. I just don't know if there's any first baseman that I can probably lean on. Luis Ariz, these are the top free agents right there. I mean, Luke Raleigh pretty much can play DH, right? We don't really need to be out in the field. He's hitting more dingers, but he's hitting less often there. His WAR is solid. And you bring in Luke Raleigh. He's a lefty too, though. I don't know, man. I mean, Toglia is a guy I think would be good because at least he can switch hit. He's 31 years old. Power against righties. Decent contact along the way, but I don't know. I gotta trust my free agents too. I just don't know. Maybe if there's another catcher. Well, I mean, we got Haney there, but he can't really play much after that. Yeah, is he gonna start? He's not gonna start though, so that's my thing too. If we can find like someone a little bit younger, 30 years old, it's not hitting well. I mean, Haney, I think, can play the way he needs to there. Not a whole lot of first baseman guys. And I'm wondering, right? Do we take the chance and move on from Varsho now? I mean, if we did that and then we go all in on our rotation, that could be quite fun. What would he ask for, right? He's motivated. Priority slot 2. Power pitcher. Starting pitcher. Favorites. Motivation increase. So this guy wants to play for us. I just don't know. I mean, I want Skeens. I just don't know if it's going to work. But we'll stay patient here. We'll see what happens. Lock it in. Chris Bubik signs a $33 million 3-year deal there. Not too bad for them. And today's the day to sign contracts. Let's see if our guys are ready. I mean, both are moving up. Looks like both teams are talking. Look at that, verified. See, Mariners, Orioles, and the Braves. For Strider, Braves, Orioles. This is insane. Both these guys. Both these guys, man. I mean, there's another pitcher here that's freaking solid in Jared Jones. I mean, we could say screw both of them and go after this guy. He was an all-star previously too, so I mean, we'll look at it. We'll see. We'll check it out real quick, but let's lock these guys in. Let's see what we can do. All players must have contracts tendered by December or they will be free agents. Yeah, I've already done that. I'm not worried. Devin Williams signs a 2-year, $28 million deal. So the Phillies load up. Ellie De La Cruz, man, that's huge. LA Daily, I mean, who the hell else did they pick up? They must have snagged up some dogs. Joseph Ortiz, 6-year, $108 million. Dodgers loading up there. Dodgers take offered a salary for arbitration to Dalton Rushing. Wow. Man, some of these. Who's on the block? Do we got any? Who's on the block? So, I mean, some big moves there. Really, I mean, everyone kind of went after some guys. You know, I'm gonna stick to it. So here it is, now or never. Spencer Strider isn't as motivated. 6-year deal, $32 million a year. It looks like we're gonna need to send him a bag, and I think we're just gonna say not interested. So he's going to the Mariners. 7-year, $222 million deal. Evan Carter takes a 6-year, $158 million to go back to the Rangers. And we stick with it, right? We made the move there. Skeens is able to make the contract bid, and I think this is where you go for the big dog, an 8-year deal. And is that the most I can bid? $48 million. That's incredible. I mean, 41.5 is fair. 8-year deal. This signing will include a competitive balance tax. This tax will be deducted from your off-season budget. Oh, okay. So that was the issue right there. Because we picked, like, it's a competitive tax because I just signed this man for a most psychotic deal. I can't, I can withdraw the offer. Let's look at it again. I mean, I think an 8-year deal is fair for that amount. Let's see what it says. Oh, it's no matter what. Okay. I mean, we got the cash. Why? Oh, wait. I guess I gotta wait again. Crazy. Okay. I guess I did it too many times. Is that what it was? Alright. We'll wait again. Check out the draft lottery. We're at the very bottom, so we ain't gotta really sweat it right now. And let's see who makes it on the list there. Our draft class isn't gonna be that crazy, but it looks like the Cardinals snuck in on the lottery. They move up 4 spots to take the first overall pick. The A's still there. Guardians, they're at the 5th overall. Marlins staying tight at 3. Rays at 4. Blue Jays dropped all the way down. They were fighting for that spot, and they go all the way to pick 7. Astros, same thing. Kind of crazy. Holy crap. Let's go to the Rule 5 draft. See what happens here. A couple players being picked up. We got, let's see who they snagged up. So William Yu, Kurt Walker, Joandry Vargas. I decide to draft somebody. Let's see. These are the players that are currently out there right now. Henry Franco, a third baseman. If we bring him in, that's pretty much it. You have to keep him on the team, right? So there isn't really... And there's a relief pitcher here in Tristan Beck. Hasn't really done much since 2026. Evan McKendry, 2019 draft, hasn't really done much. 76 overall. He could play middle reliever if we need be too. I mean, that's not a bad move right there. We pick him up. I don't really think there's anyone crucial. Declan, Cronin. I think we're good. We're going to go ahead and simulate the rest of it and kind of go from there. Oh, crap. Oh, man, it did it again. Wyatt Langford, 6-year deal to the Padres. Okay, so let's see if I can... So it looks like he is all about it now. He's way more motivated. I mean, we got $20 million left in the contract. I'm going to try to sign him 6-year deal, $43.46 million. I think that's the move right there. You get Paul Skeens, man, and you don't think about it. Contract decision is made. Does Paul stick with us? Does he head to the freaking Mariners? I don't know how they end up with all that freaking money, man. The signature is in. Holy shit, we got Paul Skeens. We got Paul Skeens, 6-year deal, $43.46 million. $260 million deal for 6 years. This is huge for the freaking Angels. Our budget got destroyed. We are left with $16 million. But you ended up picking up a dog, man. Holy hell. Our rotation will consist of Paul Skeens, Bruno Ramirez, Jack Kakanowitz. This is insane, man. And Michael Crosby, Ben Joyce is going to be down here with Mason Miller. So the pitching just got solid. Like real. Bradford Pruitt, George Clausen, they're there. Like we got the long relievers. We got the 2 lefties there. I think we got a very good crew, man. Very good. Now Pruitt, right? You're going to keep him out there. You're going to let him rock. But that is a big deal. That's 13 freaking. We got a solid group of pitchers now. Paul Skeens, Hunter Brown, who pitched his lights out last year, pitched way more innings than he's ever done in his previous years. We leaned on this man in the World Series. He was so crucial for us. But now we picked up the ace. 27 years old. This guy had the best year of his freaking career last year. And he finally said, I'm done. I need to go somewhere else. And the Angels were World Series runner-ups. So you loaded that. We got 21 million left now. So we still got room here. And I believe we got 3 more spots left. And I kind of want to see where I'm at with... I mean, we go to the lineup there. Actually, let's go to... I wish I could show me who was... Let's go to the pitchers, right? Not worried about that. Relievers, not worried about that. Catchers, no. First baseman, maybe. Not necessarily. I mean, I'm going to look for a backup first baseman for sure. But is there anyone else I want to move up? Victor Acosta, he can play shortstop as well. I mean, I think I got Errol Vera doing that too. Got 1 more year left as well. I think we're going to move Errol Vera up to the majors. Wait, no, I can't do that. Well, I can actually. That'll get me to 26. We're at 91. I don't know if we can go above that, but we got to look at that. Jared Jones from the Pittsburgh Pirates signs a 7-year, $234 million to go to the Mets. Insane. So I'm looking at first baseman Michael Toglia. I think we both know your offer isn't in line with the market. Okay, so I gotta wait for this guy. Ooh, look at this. Luke Weaver. He wants to come back. He wants to come back, right? We had him. We traded him away. We just did not have room for him. I mean, he still ended up pitching up lights out. I just don't have any room for him, man. I'd have to trade like Pruitt or Kakanowitz or something like that. And then Matt Brash, like, it's just not happening. And I don't think you're allowed to put him on the freaking minor league. Like, someone would pick him up or would have the rights to pick him up potentially. I just don't see that happening. I think you gotta say not interested and you move on there. I mean, how old is he? He's 31. I mean, I'm cool with giving you like 10.7 maybe. If that doesn't work out, I'd probably just move on from him. There's just no reason to take a chance. I think we got a decent amount of guys anyways, but we'll see what it is. Gave him a little bit of more money, weigh about 5 million. So he says, my mom always said I was a cherub, and now I'm on the Angels. So we get our first baseman that I wanted. Knowing that, right, we got 38 players. I need to work on bringing another guy up, and what I was looking at doing is bringing up Vera, getting him some reps there to help us out, and potentially an outfielder. And I'm really interested in Ramon Uribe. I think he's a solid player. He can help us out in the outfield, and I think that gives us some rotation there. Potentially for Lawrence Butler to be the all-time like DH. I think Nick York could play some DH as well, but I'd really like to see someone like Ramon Uribe into the. Oh, we actually can't do that. Oh, my bad. I was supposed to Arrow Vera. My bad. Vera. I gotta move. Shoot, I gotta move him back to AAA. I guess, I don't know, do I have him as a 40? No, he is on the 40 man. Okay, so I gotta figure out 2 more players to put on the 40 man. I thought I had to worry about that. I guess not. Kenny Collins, who's a 2028 4th rounder, 19 years old. I mean, Nelson Rada, yeah, he's on that list. Randy DeJesus, I mean, I can get him back on there, but just don't see that happening. Boev, Victor Acosta. Wow, that's insane. Yanir Fernandez. We got our guys there. I just don't see myself adding another one. Visparas was added. Maybe a catcher. Dario, put him on the 41. 25 years old. Cruz is not on that list. We got. I'm not too worried about the closer part. I think we just want to make sure. Maybe there's another pitcher here. Grant Ford. Yeah. Steven Trick. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's make sure we get another reliever just in case. 31 years old. Grant Ford. Kind of allow ourselves to set that up. So we got that right. So we got, what is that? 30. We got 40 now, and I think that helps us out. So we got the 40 man. We got 92 players. Guess technically I can go after another, but our budget is pretty much shot. We went all in on this one, folks. Evan Phillips got taken there. Mikael Garcia. So we made the move. We got some other guys added to the 40-man roster, and I'm pretty happy about it. I think these are all players that are going to help us out over time, and I do not see myself trying to do anything else there. That's the most incredible setup for the Angels now. Like, we've invested in our youth, and it's worked out with players like Bruno Ramirez, who has started 33 games, 207 innings. You got Michael Crosby, who's now in the mix. He is ready to take a big step forward at 24 years old. Kakanowitz, he's at his prime now. He killed it in the playoffs, and I think he's ready to move forward. George Clausen, to me, pitched very well last year as a rookie, and I think that's going to work out. Caden Donna continuing to progress in the right way, and now is our time, guys. Sizemore, I think, is going to take a huge step forward. I thought he pitched pretty well during the playoffs, and I think he's going to do just fine. Bradford Pruitt getting into the mix now. He was okay, but we got these guys here. Ben Joyce, he had a rough year last year at with 8 blown saves, but I think he's going to do well. At 31 holds is going to be key for us. 2.47 ERA. Still within that range, adequate range there. Matt Brash, 31 years old, always a dog. Best year last year, pitched a little bit less, but our goal is to just leverage these guys and get them ready to go. But this is a good move. I think we're fine. We're just going to go ahead and sim now, get us out of this thing. I don't see myself offering any more. I think it's fair for us to just get ourselves to the end of the year. Still some really good players out there. I just don't see myself trying to go after much at this time. I think what we want to do is just roll with what we got here, and it's okay to do so. I don't think there's, I mean, who else is out there? Who else would be willing to trade with us, right? We don't got much cash anymore. And the recommended just is that we got everyone. We got the starter that we wanted, we got the closer that we wanted, and we got the first baseman. There really isn't much, man. I think you got to roll with what you got and got to be happy about it. So tomorrow is the last day to renew contracts. Let me double check. We renewed everybody, and they're saying third base is the era, but it's really not. Bazana plays third base. Cabrera plays third base. But look at all the green, folks. We really went off. It looks like Pete Crow Armstrong won his arbitration. He was awarded $17.46 million. A couple guys won their arbitration. 26.12 for Jackson Jobe. Roki Sasaki won his $31.88 million. So he ain't playing around, dude. A lot of big players right there. Hoping to work through it, but I believe in our guys, man. I think we got some good dudes. Let's see what we got here. Offseason has come to an end. We are now in the spring training, so tons of players for contract extensions. I don't think we're able to do it. Oh my gosh. So Bruno is up for the big one. I mean, if he's willing to accept it, great. I just don't think he's gonna want to, man. He is up for a huge contract. Matt Brash is another one that's up for a huge contract. It's going to be rough, man. I don't know how we're going to keep all these guys. Clausen, Kakanowitz. Like, Kakanowitz is going to ask for a big... Actually, not as much as I thought. So, he's within range. Clausen, these are homegrown freaking players. Cabral. So, you know, we made the move on this. The way I kind of look at it is we're probably going to have to let certain guys go. But this is why I'm happy, is the fact that we have a lot of players that could set up and win it. Like, I want to keep Kakanowitz, but if you keep Kakanowitz, that means you don't keep George Clausen. I'd love to keep Matt Brash, but I think we got some other guys that can really help us out, and it might be time to move on from Brash. You let go of Brash, you let go of Clausen, you have room for Bruno, you have room for Kakanowitz, and I think that allows you to move forward there. Key top candidates, but you know, I think we got some really good players. And look at that, talking about Vladimir Guerrero being out there soon, Jordan Lawler, Justin Steele. So it's gonna be fun. We don't really play the the spring training. I just kind of do that offline to see some things and test some stuff out. But man, oh man, is this gonna be a fun year, folks. We brought in some dogs, and I am excited for it. It's gonna be a really good year. Seeing these rotations now, Paul Skeens, Bruno, Kakanowitz, it's gonna be real fun, man. You're talking about it's like great. Gilberto Villalobos, still trying to wait for this guy to be ready, and unfortunately his minor league options are up, so he has to be up there. Or maybe this is his final one. No, I think that's it. So if we have Gilberto Villalobos, oh no, do I got? Oh, I can move Caden Donna down one more year. I can move Cabral down one more year too. Man, this is gonna be an interesting year of trying to keep all these players ahead, but And if I gotta trade one, I gotta trade one too to kind of keep this even as well. But that'll do it for us today, everybody. If you like what you saw, please drop a like, leave a comment, tell me what you think. And most importantly, subscribe to keep up with the series. I appreciate everyone that stopped by today. Y'all have yourself a good one. And as always, let's go Angels.